He tells you, oh, there's no way for me to find someone to pursue me. They're all married. So I have no choice but to be someone's mistress, right? I'm just hungry. But if everything in front of you looks like a pile of crap, would you still eat it? Why can't I be without a relationship? Can you see this from the birth chart? Of course, you can see if something's off. Hello, everyone. There's a group of people in society who always hope to be able to fall in love. This year's annual fortune, with its gentle influence, happens to coincide with the spouse palace at the Zi and Wu positions. So this year is one where it's very easy to develop ambiguous relationships with people around you when you go out and have fun. In today's life, meeting people of the opposite sex is extremely easy. Some people can clearly distinguish, oh, this is a bad romance, this is problematic, so I can stay away from it. But we also see a type of person who consults every fortune teller, studies all kinds of courses, and is always trying to solve this issue forever. If you talk to him about his relationship problems, you'll find that he always ends up finding the wrong person. He'll tell you things like, oh, I can't help it. The only ones who pursue me are already married. So he ends up being the third party. But that's not it. Just because you're hungry, if all you see in front of you is a pile of crap, would you eat it? Of course you wouldn't. Some types of people, in their lives, they really need to be in a relationship. In fact, when we teach, we tell you that your main fate line might make it easy for you to run into jerks. This year, the people you meet might all have issues. You might know that this year is problematic, or you might realize that for the past 10 years you've only met jerks. So from the perspective of fate or destiny, can you choose not to be in a relationship? Why can't I be without love? Can you see this from a birth chart? Of course, it can be seen. From the perspective of fate analysis, there are two main areas. One is a certain type of person who has an invisible influence over you. No matter what he says, you simply can't refuse him. This is very likely because from the perspective of fate, whether it's your Bazi or Zi Wei Doshu chart, when there is a deep connection between you, you just can't say no to him. Another possible situation is that subconsciously you feel that you need love. You might not be aware of it, but you unconsciously act in this way. After all, humans are not, we don't just think on a rational level. There are stages where our subconscious acts uncontrollably without us realizing it. From the perspective of Western hypnosis, they actually make use of this kind of technique to solve many of our problems. When taking sleep courses, there's a classic example that illustrates what kind of sleep is most effective. It's like when a lover keeps whispering sweet nothings to you, constantly telling you how much they love you. Even if they hit you, because they usually tell you they love you when your brainwaves are weak, they can hypnotize you very successfully. From the perspective of fate studies, we can also see from the chart which people, in their subconscious state, they are more likely to be influenced by emotions. So which palace represents this aspect? It's the Fortune Virtue Palace. The Fortune Virtue Palace, its three-way interactions happen to be the Wealth Palace, the Siblings Palace, and the Spouse Palace. So, when it comes to your own subconscious, if you are someone who can't sort out your own emotions, someone who often gets entangled in complicated situations, what kind of chart would show this? Why is it that some people can never break free from love? For those who can't break free, if the Toro star is in the Happiness Palace, the Subconscious Palace, or the Migration Palace, and if there are also various peach blossom stars in these palaces, then these people often have a greater need for relationships. This is especially true if their peach blossom stars are also forming a season chart. Then this kind of situation will be even more obvious. However, since we're talking about the subconscious, if someone is easily hypnotized by love and their rational judgment is influenced by all kinds of sweet talk, it usually also means that this type of person is more susceptible to entering a hypnotic state. We've encountered clients like this. Sometimes we suggest to them that maybe they could find a good hypnotherapist and fundamentally work on correcting their subconscious state so that when they encounter romantic situations, they won't blindly pursue them anymore. Or they might look at famous brands and try to rationally use willpower to control their impulses. Love has always been the biggest topic among clients who like to get their fortunes told. Generally, fortune tellers will use all sorts of reasons to explain it to you, like past life karma, what kind of fate you have with that person, and all kinds of explanations. But in reality, the vast majority of it is actually your own subconscious at work. So using a natal chart can rationally tell us what kind of choices we should make. Since other people can hypnotize you, of course, we can also hypnotize ourselves. We can communicate with our own subconscious. This allows us to break free from that state and no longer be controlled by the natal chart. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all can find the right person for you. we are finally going to open our members-only channel where we can be even more open. In the members-only channel, I'll talk about everything I can't say on the public channel, giving everyone more and more opportunities to learn and to access deeper content. We have a lot of plans in mind, but most importantly to all our members, what do you want to hear? What would you like us to talk about in the members-only channel so that we can make our content even richer? We'll be going live tomorrow, so we welcome everyone to join us.